why I really like rappers when they're new. Like, because it kind of reminded you of just like how easy it is to fall in love with a new rapper because of their stories. And I like the way that Netflix even painted it out with each joint. It was kind of just like, and the way that I like what they did too, it kind of threw you off because most of the time when the people, when they give you the backstory and they go to their house and they get to show you like, oh, they came from this part, this is what you would normally think that these are going to be the people who kind of continuously go on. But realistically, some of those people didn't go on. Like, they let you get attached to some of these people that had like a crazy backstory and they didn't make it out of the first round or they didn't make it out of the second round. Like, it was like this little Asian girl. She had a cool little name. Her name was Liu Kang. She was from Kansas City. And she didn't make it out the first round. Like, they was just like, nah, it's a dub. But then it was another girl. She was from Nebraska. Heavy set on. She big as hell. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. She probably was like a cool 300 pounds. But she been locked up like 2 or 3 different times. Got a 10-year-old daughter. Like, her whole backstory, they painted it. And you just kind of like, damn, I don't even know nobody from Nebraska. So you hearing all of that, it kind of just gets you excited for her. And then you get the, like that story of just like her getting locked up or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna keep it a buck where it's like, I kind of thought was like, her story was probably better than her actual rapping ability, 1. And then 2, her original performance was kind of like, I thought to myself after she went to the next round, I was like, damn, I wonder what I thought this was as fire if she wasn't as big as she was. Because I think it was more like, damn, this is kind of tight because she was big. So it was kind of like, damn, all right, she moving. I'm talking about she was moving. Like, she put on a hell of a performance. And it made the performance 100 times harder because it was like, oh, this girl like 300 pounds and she real live just really moving it like and doing her what she was supposed to. I'm so mad because I don't necessarily know if you can play the instrument. I want to play this on so bad on here because it was this battle. The battle that kind of had everybody upset on social media or had people in an uproar. It was a battle versus what was this girl name? I believe her name was like Donna. I forgot her name, but she battled this girl named Detroit Diamond, and they battled in Detroit, and Eminem was the host of the joint. And it was just like, man, hold on, I just want to play this little clip. I can't play it.
You guys look like you don't like each other, which I like that.
They ain't even crack a smile.
No, I'm serious. I think you guys look like you don't like each other.
Bro, I swear, this battle was so fire because the girl Donna, I believe her name was Donna, and she just went so crazy on this girl. I'm so mad that she lost because her personality was big as hell just off the rip. Like, she got into it with other girls leading up to the different rounds. And then it was like she lost to this girl just because, like, bro, I think me and everybody on social media who already seen it, they felt like she won because it was in Detroit. Like, her name is Detroit Diamond. And that was one of the reasons why and I'm not making it seem like she slummed because when she did get to the final, I mean, not the final, but like, I guess because they stopped it at episode 7. So when they got to like that very last episode that they stopped it at, when they had to pick out their first single, she did a great job. Her cover looked fire. It sounded like a Detroit song. So, and I'm not trying to take that away from her. Like, she lived up to that part, but just that actual battle, she should have never left that battle. And the girl Donna, before they battled, she was just like, what she tell her? She was like, man, she said, I don't care where we at. We could be in your home city. That make it even better. You could walk home. Like, she went so crazy and was just talking so greasy to this girl. But again, that just sitting here, and what made me think about that, I was just like, it's so many rappers now that don't have no story. And I think that's why a lot of rappers don't have no stay power. And that's why I liked it. Even just like, it was this dude, I think his name is, Dre ATL. And he got a crazy story, but he got one of them voices that sound like an Atlanta voice. And everybody on social media, I've seen a lot of people, of course, 9 times out of 10, they probably not from the South. And they kept saying, why they keep moving him to the round? Because I think realistically, especially for Ludacris and for Lotto, they can just hear that when you got that distinguished voice and you really sound like you from Atlanta, it make it 100 times easier for other people outside of Atlanta to gravitate to you, and it still make it 100 times easier for you to even be able to break in Atlanta. And I was just thinking, just like, damn, so many people need those little stories, because then there was another girl, she was from Flint, Michigan, and then that was kind of like one of her things where it was just like, everybody, of course, you're from Flint, so people feel bad for you. That was one of her things where she kind of even linked into like, oh, the water not being no good or whatever the case may be. Like, man, I swear, that's just like my biggest thing, I guess, just from that was just, it made me so happy to kind of remember, like, damn, this is really why you like rap music, because it's the backstory. And I like the way that Netflix they brought you in with the backstory. I believe even like matter of fact, the dude, Dre ATL, his mom was locked up. Like, him and his mom's favorite rapper was Eminem. And it was just so crazy. Like, his mom literally called him right after his battle. And Eminem was like, man, you were cold, whatever the case may be. And his mom called literally as soon as he was finished with the joint. And then he was just geeked out like, damn, I can't even call my mom. And it was so crazy that she called me right then and there. So it's just like, those backstories just always reminded me just like, damn, this is why people love new rappers when they got a crazy backstory and you can kind of really buy into the artist's story. And that was one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to tangle that into Drake complaining about the bots in here saying that the reason why Not Like Us is so big. I'm sure everybody's seen it by now. Drake is filing a petition to basically try to eventually file a lawsuit against Universal Music Group just because he was